Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining me again. It is Mystic Warrior, and today we are going to answer a question that was posted on a YouTube board that asked if you do and how do you meditate? So, this is my response to the question. At least I do meditate once a week. Yeah, minimum once a week. When I'm really good, it's like almost every other day. But the reason why I don't find myself in such a lack because I'm not formally meditating all the time is because I find ways to give myself a quick meditation. For me, one of the times when I'm really connected, what that really works for me is in the shower. Water is so soothing and so cleansing and so purifying that it instantly puts me into a state of just being focused. I mean, my subconscious is on autopilot. I'm bathing, but my mind is actually focused and is clear and is really just sorting out my intentions and connecting with my spirit and just saying, okay, what do I need to do today? What is my goal for today? How are you feeling? What messages do you have? So a lot of my inspiration, a lot of my messages actually come in the shower. And I think that's the same for a lot of people. They'll say, that they've gotten their inspiration in the bathroom. I don't know what it is, but I guess because we're on autopilot, it gives us time to just think and be by ourselves. And it's a time when you're forced to be by yourself. Sometimes that's the hardest thing when I speak to people about meditation is just sitting still and being by yourself. And in those situations, you have no choice. So, so that's usually how I meditate. When I'm formally meditating, I find what works well for me. You don't have to have a formal way of meditation or a way that is portrayed as the proper way to meditate. You have to find what works for you, what relaxes you, and what puts you in that state where you're able to connect with spirit and with your higher self, with God, and just to listen to what's going on, what messages are being brought forth. And at the beginning, you have all the mind chatter, and the harder you try to shut it off, the more it comes. But as you practice, you find that the mind chatter grows dimmer and dimmer, and then you start actually just getting full, like really messages. Like this morning, I got names. Like I'll get names and those type of things. So, long story short, yes, I do meditate. Um, now, one of the ways I meditate is when I'm just about to fall asleep. I find my most powerful state in getting messages and transmission is that in like just about to fall asleep state where you are so relaxed, you're so tuned out of what's going on around you, and you're just about to go and hit that sleep. That's when I'll get like my name will be called, and I'm like turning around like, yes, you called. I will get I will hear things. I will get the messages like loud and clear. And I'll remember them because a lot of the messages I get when I'm sleeping, if I don't write it down right away, like I don't remember it, and I gotta tell Spirit, send it to me again because sorry, I lost that message. But yeah, for me, the best time is just in that in between time before I'm about to fall asleep, and that's when I really like to meditate the most. I meditate best lying down. I can't really put myself into that trance state while I'm sitting up, and especially not in the cross-legged position. It doesn't work for me. So laying down and just really relaxing my body totally is what I do. And you always have to find what works for you, what is good for you. Excuse me, I gotta take some water. What works for you. And that's going to make your messages come through loud and clear because you're not following somebody else's prescription. You're doing what your spirit's connecting with. So yes, so laying out, Relaxing my body right at that time before sleep is when I'm most connected. Now through the day, what I do is I found this message universe. I don't know if she still puts up videos, but I watch her on Periscope. So if you're on Periscope, Patty Universe is amazing. Love you, Patty. And she taught this method of just relaxation and a quick meditation, you know, that you can do anywhere, which is the Warrior Nine. That is my instant go-to when I need like really quick meditative qualities, relaxation qualities, is I use the Warrior Nine breath. And we can do it together. And I really like that. It instantly relaxes you, puts you into sharp focus, puts you into a relaxed mode where you're ready to think, and it does it quickly. Now, meditation, I don't usually do really long meditations. I try to keep it at about 15 minutes to 30 minutes. Um, and that's all I really need. I'm not the type that can sit still for hours, and that might work for some people. It just, I find it doesn't work for me. I start drifting off and I'm like ready to go, like, okay, I've got my answer, like, I gotta go. Um, and that's just the way I am. And that's what works for me. So you gotta find what works for you. Um, so there's so many benefits to meditation, relaxation. You know, scientists are getting on the ball now to try to see if they can prove the benefits to it. It's a very, 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 very ancient method of, I consider it like trance-inducing. So it's very ancient and it's been forgotten. It's having a revival now, but there are so many ways to do it. And I find a lot of the community might think, a lot of the people who are trying to get into it might think if it's not done this specific way, like the Hindu way or or the Buddhist way, or those, that they're not doing it correctly. And I just wanted to let people know that don't let that hinder you, um, because that's one method of doing it. There's so many methods. You find what works for you. Um, but the benefits are endless. I mean, it's been shown to increase your brain size, increase your brain function, open up areas of the brain that are not being used, that are dormant. In terms of general health and well-being, scientists are now finding that it's reducing all of the issues with like high blood pressure, sickness, and illness, because disease all stems from your body not being in harmony. When you get into a pattern of meditating, of taking care of your body, it gets back into its natural harmony with source, with your spirit. And when you connect with your spirit and you're connecting with source, or God, or whatever you want to call it, it's source. Even though we put different names on it, when you're connecting with that, you start realizing what's wrong with your body, and you start removing anxiety and fear. Anxiety and fear are built out of us being lost. It's like we're lost, kids in a store trying to find our parents and trying to get out of the store, and that's why we have the anxiety and fear and worry. We don't know what's going on in our life. We don't know what to do. We don't know all these things because we're not connected. We're not grounded. And the more we get connected and grounded back to our purpose, back to nature, back to the earth, and back to source, we're going to lose all of that anxiety and worry, because there really isn't anything to worry about. This is a life experience. It's not a do or die, or, you know, it's not a contest that you're going to lose if you don't do it properly. And those are one of the things that come along with the teachings of religion, that if you don't do it our way, then it's all wrong. And I'm ranting here because that's a whole other topic, but that causes a lot of stress and anxiety and worry, because people feel like they don't have this guideline that's supposed to show them the way. And if you like they're lost from their way. So anyways, I'm not gonna rant. I'm gonna keep on topic today. We're talking about meditation. So in a few minutes, let's do the Warrior 9 breath together, and I'll show you what I'm talking about really quick. And it's like, of course you can't meditate if you're driving or things like that, but if you're at work, in your cubicle, or at school, you can easily just take a few minutes, step aside, and you can do this quick meditation. um, yeah, breaths in, so and you release it very quickly. So everything in this is going to go very fast. You release it very quickly. The 9th breath in, you're going to hold it, and you're going to just let the energy just go right to the top, to the crown of your head, right to the top. And then you're going to release the air very slowly, like you're blowing through a straw. Okay? So I'm going to do it for you to demonstrate. I haven't done it on camera before, so I feel a little silly, but whatever. It's all for teaching you and sharing with you guys. So I will look like the fool. Okay. Alright. So let's go. Let's take a few cleansing breaths first. And we're just going to empty out our lungs to get ready. Okay. Breath in. And that is the Warrior 9 breath. And you can just take a few cleansing breaths in and out. And you can actually feel the tingling throughout your body. It's an amazing way to oxygenate and energize your cells, oxygenate your body. Just relax. And you feel instantly refreshed, instantly clear, ready to go. So that's what I usually do. I usually do it before I'm about to do like a reading or anything where I just need to cleanse my energy, and just focus. And it's nice. It's a good feeling. So thanks for staying with me, guys. And I'll see you in the next video. Anyway, leave me a comment down below and let me know how you meditate, what you find works for you. if you've just started meditating, and what your thoughts are on it. Okay, so take care. I'll see you in the next video.